Hello guys, welcome to another video from Dota. Today I'm bringing you the first Meepo replay I've brought you in a long time. This game, it's not a spectacular kill stream video where I get 39 or 44 kills, but I'm hoping you enjoy it. I played really well in this game, I think. My opponents don't play that badly either, so it's not like it's a complete stomp. So yeah, just gonna bring you this replay, hope you enjoy it. So this is Meepo in 6.82b, so Meepo himself didn't actually get changed at all. But the rest of the game got changed in huge ways that affect Meepo in a lot of ways. You don't necessarily need to change a hero. The overall changes can affect a hero. It can bring it into the meta or out of the meta without the hero itself being nerfed or buffed. So I think at the moment Meepo's in a really good place. He has been for a long time, and I do think he could become a competitive pick, especially in this meta. I think it's quite a snowballing meta now. So it's exciting times for Dota at the moment. So this was a replay I played yesterday with 3 of my friends. I was pre-made with Enigma, Mirana, and Windrunner in this game. So obviously we did have a bit of an advantage in that respect. But usually if you 4-stack, you get another 4-stack versus you. So it's not as if you get a huge advantage that way. So anyway, I'm going to be taking Meepo in a dire safe lane with a Windrunner support. I do like taking Meepo safe lane. Now, if you look back to my previous videos, a lot of my previous videos, I opted to take him mid, and I really haven't been doing that much at all lately. I think 5% of my latest Meepo games have been played mid, purely because I think it's too risky, and I honestly don't think he needs the XP as much as he used to. Now he gets his ultimate free. So yeah, see, Winner are going to be putting quite a lot of harass on this Invoker. I opted for the poof level 1, maybe a bit of a mistake. Net level 1 isn't that great, and I would often definitely not recommend taking net level 1 because your damage is very minimal. If you're in a trialing with a lot of damage like I'm here, Nexus did opt for a null talisman to start with, so obviously he's going to be doing a lot more right click damage. There, if I did to see here, I made a huge mistake, guys. I took Geostrike level 2. I never do that. It was a huge misclick. Never take Geostrike level 2. It's no point in it. If I had taken net level 2 there, I was in range to right click, I was in range to net. So he would have died easily there. So that's a huge mistake from me. Like, I've played Meepo this long, and I still make huge mistakes. So really not good showing from me there. Anyway, just get a few last hits here, missing a few. Nexus goes for a long range shackle, maybe just feeling out. Tower does decide to target him. And of course, because he went really greedy, he's gone for no regen, which is not very good. I mean, the null talisman did help because he knew his first an Invoker offlane. Invoker offlane is incredibly greedy and incredibly weak in my opinion. I would never take him offlane. A lot of people will argue that it's good. I really do not think it's good. As you can see, he struggled quite a lot versus Windrunner right click harass, especially with that null talisman. Did some insane damage. So the ult at level 3, this is why I don't take him mid anymore, because the ult at level 3 just allows you to keep your XP going. The only reason I took him mid was because if you took him safe lane to get to level 6 while sharing XP takes quite a while, and you really want that second Meepo as quick as possible. So taking him safe lane is definitely more forgivable now with the ult at level 3 that happened a couple of patches ago. So that's been in the game for a while now. As I said, he didn't get changed at all in 6.82. He did a little bit actually. He got sort of like a quality of life change where the boots are in the same slot on each Meepo, which is like, it's neither a nerf or a buff really, it just makes the hero marginally easier to play. So a nice shackle from Nexus again. I do not have my net still, because of course I took Geostrike level 2 on my ult at level 3. You should always take your ult at level 3. Never don't take your ult at level 3. So here, I made some huge mistakes here that have given us up like 1 or 2 kills. So that's not good. Like, that's really not good. We could have dominated this lane. But then again, it would have made the game quite a bit of a stomp if I'd have just got 2 kills in the lane. So it's not necessarily a bad thing in the long run, but usually you should always try and aim to kill your opponent as best as you can. Geostrike does not allow you to do that really. So another nice shackle here from Nexus. He does have the Ghost Walk up though. I do opt for a couple of boosts, maybe I'm going to catch him, but I do not. Obviously I can't see him. You can see him on the replay, but I couldn't see him in game. It's not a hack I'm running or something, guys. It is the actual. It's just the way the replay works. Anyway, I know a really nice shackle there from Nexus. This time I do have net, so I get a net on him. Gonna poof my second Meepo in. Gonna net with the second Meepo, then gonna poof with the first Meepo again. Down really low. Geostrike taking him down. Next shot does manage to secure that last hit on the Invoker. So there you can see, like, as soon as you hit level 3, your damage is just... damage just spikes. Like, the level 3 ultimate was such a huge buff to Meepo. It really, really was. Like, now I'd be level 5, I still wouldn't have my second Meepo in a couple of patches ago. So this would have been a really, really tough time. So this is why I love taking the safe lane. There's so much kill potential when you have another support with you that has a disable like Windrunner when you're playing Meepo in the safe lane. So I would definitely recommend not taking him mid anymore, guys, unless you're really confident in your ability to solo kill someone. Maybe it's still pretty good with the rune changes because you could always get a rune. Bottle on Meepo is definitely doable and definitely recommended if you're going to take him mid. But yeah, I know I've said it quite a bit this episode, but you should definitely take him safe lane. So, you know, just a steady game really. Nothing is getting out of hand. As with most of my Meepo videos, they don't snowball out of control from nowhere. You know, there's a slow build up, in the lane. You know, my last hitting isn't that good. Last hitting with Meepo is really rough. I used to be very, 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 very good with it. But I've just lost it somehow. I don't know why. I've been playing too many ranged carries. I think I'm not as used to the Meepo animation. I don't play as much Meepo as I used to. Nowhere near as much Meepo as I used to. I used to play him every other game. Now I play him once every 12 games, maybe, if that. So, you know, you do quickly lose the sort of rhythm with last hitting with certain heroes. So when you don't play them enough. Anyway, gonna try and look for another kill here on Invoker. We can definitely do it. I do have the level 3 poof now on both my Meepos. It's a lot of damage. Just regenerating the second Meepo in the fountain, if you could see it down on the map. Wyken here on the Enigma coming in for a stun. He's got a dust because we're tryhards. In with the Midnight Pulse. Net onto the Midnight Pulse. Second Meepo in, instantly netted. Geostriked up. He's dead. You know, if you land that second net when you poof your second Meepo in, most people are going to die from that because it's such a nice disable, and you get when you poof the second Meepo in, you don't want to poof the first Meepo that's netting, so you want to net with the first Meepo, run on top of them, poof with the second Meepo in, net with the second Meepo, poof with the first Meepo. It's a lot to take in, I know, but it's basically you want to use all your skills on all your Meepos in that sort of order when you only have two. If you mess that up, which I still often do, just to like panicking and quickly trying to do my hotkeys. But here now we're going to make a really nice push onto the top tower. I do manage to get the last hit, which is not too hard on Meepo when you have two Meepos. It's pretty damn hard when you have one Meepo. But Meepo does have a really nice animation, so last hitting towers is not as hard as you would think. So we've made that tower kill. 6 minutes, well, 6.5 minutes into the game. Really nice time to take a tier 1 top tower. As I said, we do have some really nice pushing power with the Enigma. The Meepo's a nice pushing hero anyway, and Windrunner does do some really, really good right clicks, especially with that Null Talisman, so that tower was not hard at all. So just stacking this camp here, I won't be able to take that camp right now. Taking a camp like that with two Meepos, you're gonna really take some damage. So I opt for this small camp here, well, this medium camp rather. Just gonna click them down with my second Meepo while actually that's my first Meepo. While my second Meepo regens in base. You never really want to get your Meepos too low in the jungle, because if you get ganked, you're completely screwed, and you're just going to feed them a kill. Any player that's really decent at the game who's playing versus Meepo will know that the Meepo will jungle quite hard, especially when he's left the lane. They will see me not in the lane now. They will know I'm jungling if they know how a Meepo works. So you don't want to get them too low. Like this second Meepo here is pretty much too low, and I know this, but I'm going to use the safe lane as a safe way to take it back. Usually you want to ward around here. You can see my second cursor right there. Usually you want to ward around there when you're playing Meepo. And adjacent on the Radiant over here, by the rune spot basically, to protect your Meepos when they're jungling. But we don't have that. Luckily, I'm looking at the map really hard. That's something I've become very good at, and I would recommend people, I know it's hard to do on Meepo because there's a lot to take in, but looking at the map constantly is just, it's so advantageous on every single hero in the game. Especially when you're playing carry and you really need to be aware of where you can farm and how quickly enemy heroes are going to rotate to kill you. Because enemy heroes will, especially at higher MMRs, really try to kill you if you're playing a carry, especially like Meepo. So Haven't killed me yet. Vulca's going to come in and do quite a few right clicks. I look in trouble here. I can't poof with the cold snap. I don't know why I tried. I poofed the second Meepo in. Do get a nice net. My first Meepo is really, really, really low right now. My second Meepo does get the net. He's going to miss a Sunstrike. I'm going to take this first Meepo back here into this. I don't quite get him deep enough. I thought there was a gap. He's not going to see it in time. I do manage to poof it out. So it's in the base on low health, but he's still pretty high health. Wyken is rotating here. Does get a Midnight Pulse. I do get another net. He's ticking down really low. He's getting down real low and poof with the first Meepo in to get the last hit. So the first Meepo that regened, I poofed him back in to get the last hit with. So there is just, there I played that quite badly towards the end. I managed to poof my second Meepo in to get the net. That's always something you want to do, guys. If you're getting gone on with one Meepo, don't just try and run with that Meepo. Poof all your other Meepos in that are on more close to full health to help defend that Meepo that's getting gone on. Because remember that one Meepo dies, they all die. So you need to make sure that not one Meepo is going to die. You need to make sure that you protect it with your other Meepos if there's no friendly heroes there to help you. So that's what I did there. That's an example of that. Obviously, I'm just going to put the home free camera a second. Obviously, I tried to go in there. I didn't quite get deep enough. I thought it was a deeper, like, sort of deeper patch than that. But this is the one I was really aiming for, but I didn't get to. Sarah would have been able to cut off vision and he wouldn't have been able to see. Somehow he didn't see me. He did only manage to get one right click on me, so we're just going to go back to player perspective for this a second, guys. So I am Moonlight Shadowed up in the mid. Mirana does reveal himself, which is unfortunate. The tower does manage to see him there, so they know it's up. They know what's up. We're going to try and gank them with the Moonlight Shadow. We do not manage to. So yeah, just going to give up on that. My second Meepo is regenning in the base. You'll see me do this a lot, and a lot of people don't like this. It's a very safe thing to do, is basically just to keep regenning your second Meepo after jungling it, not make it jungle too hard. This is why I don't opt for the Tranquil Boots. As you can see, my GPM is fine. Like, I'm already halfway to no, more than halfway to my Aghanim, so it's not as if it's affecting my GPM too much. I play a very sort of safe Meepo. I don't like to let my Meepos get too low, especially when you're playing versus Bloodseeker, guys. I'm not this game, which, thank God. But if you're playing versus Bloodseeker, he's always going to see your Meepos when they get low in the jungle, and he's going to gank. So, that's an example of why you don't let your Meepos get too low in the lane. So yeah, just gonna. I know I'm safe here because I can see the majority of their enemy heroes mid. I can see the Phantom on to bottom, so I know it's pretty much just the Invoker who's dead. I was timing the Invoker's respawn. I knew he was going to come top because there's a big wave there, so I was basically doing a little bit of pushing there. They do rotate up. I'm out of the lane in time. You don't want to overstay your welcome as me, because you may think that you're quite an unstoppable force, especially when you get your Aghanims. They only need to kill one, so they just need to rotate and focus one. So you do need to be safe. You don't want to overstay your welcome when pushing lanes. I do manage to get my third Meepo now, which is brilliant. That's a misclick on those to net them, whatever. It doesn't cost much mana, so I'm gonna keep Meepos constantly farming. I try to do this as much as I can when I have map control. Fortunately, we do have a lot of map control, so I'm just free to do what I want. They can't reliably shut me down. If you think the Conquer can't come and shut me down because X marks the spot only works on one Meepo, Phantom Lancer can't come and shut me down. It's going to take somewhat like Shadow Shaman and Bane, but even then I'll be able to kill one of them, I reckon. But if Bane isn't level 6, it would pretty much take 3 of them at this point, I think, to kill me properly, considering how tanky I've got with the magic resistance. So, just going to poof these Meepos in, do a little bit more farming. I've always got one Meepo away from the jungle. I don't like to keep all my Meepos in the jungle. I like to keep one Meepo, primarily my first Meepo, out of the jungle so he can get around the map, TP around and help my team out. I don't want to be an AFK farmer. That's something you don't want to really do as Meepo, is be an AFK farmer. I wouldn't recommend that. So here, I'm just regenerating my first Meepo up. Bought my Aghanim, so I've got 4 Meepos now. One is in the fountain still, so I can poof them to him to regen. Then I'm going to poof Meepo 1 that has the Aghanims out. So they're going to go farm. Meepo 1's going to go look for some kills. Meepo 4 that's just appeared is going to go back into the jungle and farm up. So I'm always going to keep, it's usually Meepo 1 I keep out because he usually has a blink dagger. So Conker's looking a bit overextended. I do chuck a YOLO net to see if I can catch him, don't manage to. So over here I'm just more or less looking around the map for things I can do, for people I can kill, for my team to help out. They do manage to spot me with that sentry. I don't realise that sentry's there. But Conqueror is going to overextend here. I'm going to put my Meepos in preemptively because I think I can get him. Do manage to get a nice net. Going to Geostrike him down. Do net him again. he's going to manage to TP out because the nets I used were on them. The nets that were free were on the Meepos that got torrented. So, you know, nice play from him there. Really nice play from him there. He did manage to... He played that well. He didn't panic. If he'd have panicked there, he would have TP'd late or tried to TP immediately. Never TP versus a Meepo if you know one of his nets is off cooldown because it does cancel. I'm going to see these two bottom there. They're a bit overextended. Going to go try for a double net. Do manage to latch the double net. Really, really nice nets there. Going to do a stack poof. Am I going to get it both? Double kill there. So it's 4 stack poofs, double net. Both of them overextended. Bang. Double kill. See how strong when you get those double nets. Stacked poofs. Meepo's not all about right clicks, guys, especially not in the early game. Stacking those poofs quickly with the tab button. People think I run a script, but I really need to make this clear. I do not run a script. It's tab, 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 tab. You just quickly, it's really easy to get the motion down with your fingers as well. You just quickly tab, press your hotkey for poof. You can see how much damage it does, how quickly the damage comes out. It's huge. So there, I'm just doing some, if you wonder why I'm throwing these nets, I'm throwing these nets to see if there's anyone hiding along here. This is very common space for people to hide when this tower's being taken. If they want to defend it. They're absolutely not to defend it, which I think is kind of stupid. But I guess they're pretty much scared of me now because I'm monstrously fat for 14 minutes. I'm level 12, have agonyms and treads, and I'm very close to my blink, so, you know, doing pretty well on the Meepo here. I am going to go top because I realise Shadow Shaman is pushing it out. I'm not too scared of these wards when I have 4 Meepos because they do come down pretty quickly. I am going to move this Meepo out though. He's taking quite some right click damage. They do quite a lot of damage. And Shadow Shaman is opting to focus one of my Meepos. In that situation, I would have just focused the tower. You drop them anyway, you know they're going to die. You're not realistically going to kill one of my Meepos if I'm paying attention. So, he should have just clicked them on the tower there. So that was Meepo Prime that he focused there. I'm going to pick up my Blink and send my Meepo Prime back to base to get some regen and to pick up my Blink. I'm going to keep all my other Meepos out here. I'm going to look for some jungling. Unfortunately, our entire jungle has been taken, but that's fine. My friendly heroes do need farm as well. That's one thing you need to not do. On Meepo is take everything. It's a common misconception that Meepos will take everything, but a good Meepo will make sure that he's not constantly farming and not constantly taking the jungle and XP. Keep one Meepo out like I'm doing, looking for fights, and the rest of them jungling. So if I do it at this sort of pace, it does allow my teammates to get at least one camp instead of, you know, none. So that helps. Slark does feed kill in the mid. I'm going to keep this on player perspective, so you're not going to see that. You're only going to see what I saw in the fight. So, yeah, 2 people mid. I'm really confident I can take this. I do screw up my blink, my poof combo there. You see, I just poof on the spot. That's me screwing my combo. I do manage to get in a blink and a net. Really, really nice. He's stunned up. He's shackled up. He's dead. However, the boat is coming in. I did get nightmared up. I'm going to get shackled as well. This is looking really bad for me. I do poof in the rest of my Meepos, which scares the Shadow Shaman off. I'm getting that Meepo out. Do get a nice long range net. Putting the rest of my Meepos on this guy to get a kill. Do get a kill while my Meepo Prime's on really low health. Looking for some more nets. Going to retreat out now. Trying my best to sort of dodge the Sunstrike, but he's not. But he's dead, so yeah. Didn't realise he was dead. So I'm not going to have to really worry about the Sunstrike at this point. I'm going to worry about it when he gets up, but we'll see if he lands it. So yeah, you can see there, like, one Meepo gets gone on. Retreat that Meepo out as soon as possible, and then use the rest of your Meepos as a distraction. Don't retreat the rest of the Meepos that are on full health. You want to net with them, you want to stick them on people like I did with that Conker. Do a long range net with the one that's getting gone on. You see that, it's all about not panicking with Meepo and sort of calculating how much you can, what you can do in that sort of situation. As you can see, they put Nightmare on me, they put a Boat on me, they put a Torrent on me, they put Shackle on me, they put Brain Sap as well. Still managed to survive. So, you know, if they had a lot more AoE stuns, that's when it gets pretty nasty for a Meepo, because the rest of your guys are stunned, the rest of your units are stunned, and you can't exactly use them to help. So I know whereabouts this Invoker is. I'm not running like a hack here. I do kind of know where he is. I know he's retreating out. I saw him retreat out the last bit of the fog break, so I do blink to where I know he is. I throw a long range net and do manage to hit it. Just going to chase his forward spirits down because I really hate these things. They do a lot of damage to take your armor, and I just hate them. So I'm going to kill them. Going to use a couple of nets for that. Whatever. Going to put my movers into farm here. Always keeping doing stuff, not running around doing nothing. So I'm going to send my first Meepo top. Get some more farm. Got a nice kill on Invoker. He overextended. I did catch him with that last glimpse of fog. I knew he was retreating. I knew he hadn't Ghost Walks. I knew he wasn't running Wex. I knew where he'd be. So blink, long range net, easy. Blink is so good on Meepo. So there again, having a bit more game sense allows me to secure a kill there. A lot of people would have just backed up from that. I chose not to. So yeah, doing some farming on top. Bit slow jungling with my Meepos. You know, I'm not perfect with the. I'm not nowhere near perfect with sort of keeping them active, maximum efficiency, because I'm constantly aware of the map, constantly aware of being ganked. But they've opted to not gank me this game, and I don't necessarily blame them because I've just got so far ahead and my team is creating such a noise mid. Like, they're just creating such a distraction, it's allowing me to do whatever I want this game. So this game is completely out of control for the Raiden team. There's nothing they can really do to stop me from snowballing now. So yeah, going for the Hex as my third item. You know, the treads aren't really counted as an item, they're just what you need. So really nice long range arrow there from Harana. Do manage to hoof in, get on the assist, sap that XP. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have let my team get that XP. I'm not so aware of when I should come in and when I shouldn't, because you must realise when you give all your Meepers and you can take pretty much all the XP there on offer. So sometimes you got to be aware of that. It's something No-Tail's aware of. Good Meepo players will be aware of that. Not pushing in Meepos to sap XP. It's just something you, at very high levels of Meepo play, you really need to be aware of. And I'm not at that level, I don't think, at all. So yeah, just gonna farm that jump because we have so much map control. Windrunner does get picked off, which is unfortunate, but it does allow me a bit of space. I can see where they are now. Gonna go for a blind net. Just miss it. Gonna prove the rest of my Meepos in. Do get charged up. Phantom's coming in. I'm a bit out of control here. They're all on me. I'm all on my own. We do manage to pick up a kill, but I do drop there. Not very good nets. Do get Deafening Blast, which Deafening Blast for Meepo is horrible because it sends you all your Meepos back. It slows them and it disarms them. So you're basically, it's horrible. It's such an awful skill to go against Meepo. So there it pretty much gimped to me. I couldn't really do much in that. I could have done some better nets, but they were positioned pretty well. The supports were positioned quite far away from me, so that's how they picked up the kill on me there. Way overextended, wasn't aware of where my team was. But that's okay. We're still pretty much we're really far ahead, even with that kill. Even with the golden XP changes, they will get a lot from that kill. All 4 of them or 5 of them were there, so you know it's split pretty hard between them. So I am going to respawn because that respawn changed. I respawn fairly quickly for a level 17 hero. Going to poof at my Meepos, get some farm up here. Send some jungle camps. Conker is there. I don't spot him yet, but are my second Meepos going to spot him? My other Meepos do get vision on him. I do notice he's way overextended here. Going to chase him up. Haven't got many nets. Going to try for a few blind nets, I think. He's going to TP out on Torrent. That's a good move to make, but you know, long range nets, I'm onto it now. Do make a nice long range net, pick him off. See, he did it. He did the correct thing there. He should have maybe done that in fog. But Meepo's vision is fairly decent. I mean, they nerfed his night vision. It used to be insanely good. But now not so much. I did still have vision on him there. Did see where he was TPing. Pretty much an easy net. He was expecting me to put all my Meepos on top of him. Maybe he should put the Torrent a little bit further up. But you know, he played that as well as he could. He shouldn't have been there in the first place, unfortunately for him. So yeah, just going to keep farming with my Meepos. Keeping farming. Going for the Hex as my third big item. I really like doing this when I'm ahead, not when I'm behind. I don't really opt for it when I'm behind. I'll opt for more of like my Heart of Tarrasque or an Assault Cuirass. I don't really go Assault Cuirass anymore, to be honest. It's Scardy, Heart of Tarrasque, Ethereal Blade if I'm super far ahead. I'm not too keen on AC at the moment. I haven't been going it much. Manta is a really nice item that I've been going lately. I don't go in this game for some reason, but Manta's super nice. Because it just creates more confusion for your enemy to deal with. I wouldn't recommend going Manta versus an Earthshaker. I really wouldn't. Versus a Lich is pretty decent because you can soak up the bouncers with your illusions. And you can also confuse people with them. If you play them kind of stupid, people think they're a real Meepo and people go on them really hard because they think it's a Meepo out of position. So that's a good thing to do. Create some good confusion. So I don't opt to go at this game. I go for a very standard build that I usually do. You know, treads, Russian Agons, which I always do. Always Russian Agonyms. I really don't agree with going Blink for Agonyms. I've always thought that. Some people do it. I think it's some people do it, but I think it's too ballsy. But yeah, I go for the Hex this game, so hopefully that'll work for me. It's a really good item to go when you're ahead. because you can get further along in a snowball. So just going to push this bottom tower out now. Going to jungle with my other two Meepos here. Got a couple of Meepos regenerating, got a couple of Meepos in the jungle, so I got them spread out along the map, so I can be mostly anywhere on the map without using boots of travel. And that's one thing I do. I don't go boots of travel very early. I just spread my Meepos out so I can be anywhere on the map. So yeah, going to push this bottom tower out. I'm playing kind of safe here because I'm waiting for my Hex to arrive on the courier. I don't really want to take this engagement without my Hex, because that puts me at a bit of a disadvantage. Especially if they bring everyone here. I want to Hex one of them to take him down. I'm just going to push this out. I'm going to do a little bit of hoof on the bottom here to push it a bit quicker. Do manage to pick up my Hex there, so I can keep farming with these guys and wait for them to go on me bottom if they want to defend this tower. It's only PL here at the moment. I can't see him. Now I can see him. He does opt to do his doppelgang. I know exactly which one it is because he makes it very, very obvious. Midnight Pulse, poofs in, he dies. He made that very obvious. If you don't know how the new doppelgang works, guys, it's no longer an invis. It's sort of like a 1 second disjoint where you disappear from the map, and then you spread around, your illusions spread around, and they don't realistically know which one it is. But there he made it very obvious by moving one, and we knew exactly which one it was. Really, really nice black hole here from Wyken. One Meepo is trapped in with the wards. I'm going to get in a couple of poofs to Jira strike down the guy. As you can see, my fifth Meepo is stuck in the wards. It is invis at the moment, but if I move it, which I do, which is a huge mistake, they are going to see. I do try and poof him in to kill those wards. Unfortunately, I made a big misplay there. Obviously, I got 3 kills, so, you know, I was focusing more on them. So we did manage to take tower. I do take 3 kills. Aegis is down, which is not too much of a... It's you know, it's whatever. At this point, I'm really far ahead. I'm going for my Heart of Jurassic next attack up, which makes me pretty much unstoppable because their damage will not be able to match my health. Do manage to do a Blink Hex. He does not respect the Blink Hex. Blink Hex net, he's dead. Poofs in. I mean, pretty much that's it. You don't even need to be decent at Meepo, you just need to be decent at Blink Hexing at that point. So yeah, he was out of position. He wasn't respecting the Blink Hex. I mean, this Invoker not expecting, you know, the nets. I can just constantly net. He's dead. Midnight Pulse, Jira Strike, dead. So I'm going to put some hate on these racks now. Easy 26-minute bottom racks. I'm going to poof out this bottom lane and clean up racks. The Radiant team don't want to come near me. At this point, I'm completely out of control. Really out of control. Their team does not have much to deal with me. I mean, really what they need is a Deafening Blast on top of a boat, Torrent, some good right clicks, drop the wards, Nightmare, Fiend's Grip up one Meepo, and they just focus it. And then they can kill me. No problem, no problem. But they're not coordinated enough. They're not. They are on 4 stack as well, so they should be more coordinated than this, but unfortunately they're not. So, you, even if a Meepo's ahead, if you put everything on one Meepo, you are going to kill it. Definitely. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Heart of Tarask now. There's a DD bottom, so I'm going to take this as really nice. I'm going to poof in the rest of my Meepos, because if you didn't know, if your other Meepos are in range of the DD, they do get it. So this makes all my Meepos do double damage. It's insane. I have basically like 3 rapiers at this point in damage. So I'm going to start doing the stacked ancients because I can clean this up really, really quick with my DD. Sorry, I'm going to opt to farm because Roshan is down. Obviously, if you get DD on all your Meepos, one of the first things you should do is go to Roshan because you can do it insanely quick. But obviously he's down now, so I just opt to farm. Take the ancient. Going to buy him out of Tarask at 27 minutes. So I'm basically 5 slotted at 27 minutes here. The quickest I've ever been 6 slotted is 28 minutes. That game was insane. This game's pretty out of hand as well. But yeah, do manage to pick up my Heart of Tarask at 27 minutes. Going to pick up some TPs. Again, not going BTs yet. One of the things I don't do is I don't go BTs very early. Like I said, I spread my movements around a lot to be where I can on the map. It saves me a lot of money, and I do like the treads because they tank me off a bit and give me a bit of attack speed. I do try and blink in. I don't exactly know which Phantom Lancer is which. I'm going to hex that Conqueror up because I see him in range. I'm going to drop a net on him. Other Meepos coming in from the top. He's pretty tanky with that run though. Look how hard I have to click him down. But yeah, do bring him at Meepos on a monster kill streak. Do some long range nets, spamming them out. A lot of people say, oh, you're spamming your nets out, you're missing a few. But if I only latch one of them, that's a kill pretty much. There it wasn't because I was being a bit conservative. Didn't really want to overextend my Meepos there. But people think I'm backing off here, but I'm not. I'm just sending my Meepos back to regen. I'm going to keep my highest Meepo up to make some kills happen. Bring in my first Meepo. There's fights going on mid. Gonna do some poofs. Do not manage to blink in yet though. Do not up for a blink. There's too many Phantom Lancer illusions. Don't want to chance that. They do quite a bit of damage in amongst the team fight. Obviously, the new Phantom Lancer illusions last a lot less, but they do a lot more damage. Well, not a lot more damage, but they come out a lot faster, so they multiply insanely quick. So, you know, we got so much map control. We're taking the bottom racks. Gonna look for the mid one now. Do a blink hex into our net. Gonna bring the rest of the movers in. He's thought he was safe. He wasn't. So this is the thing you can do when you have one Meepo with a TP. You can make it look like you're backing out and keep one Meepo hidden. And be right back in the fight. That's one of the big strengths of Meepo. He can go regen, because you can swap the poofs around and then come back into the fight instantly. So we're gonna take that 3 mid racks here. They pretty much, I mean, if they coordinated it properly, they could maybe take me down, but then the rest of my team has also gotten a huge advantage from the towers we've been taking from Roshan. Wyken is going to get a little bit caught out here. He's going to get taken down by those Phantom Lancer illusions. I do opt to go a bit greedy and try and kill these guys instead of helping Wyken. In the end, it doesn't really pay off, but it could have. Shadow Shaman wards dropped from the trees. We do know that that came from the trees, because that came from nowhere on our screen, but we knew it was from the trees. So we're going to have a look in there. Do not manage to find him because he does have a blink. But he is going to get found again because he opts to stay there for some reason. Does get poofed out. Phantom Lancer doing his doppelganger again is going to get black hold. Only a one-man black hole does get cancelled by Nightmare, unfortunately. Does manage to catch him in the black hole, but he is going to get Fiend's Grip and Spirit Lance up. So, you know, does die there. Got a bit overconfident, I think. But yeah, gonna poof the rest of the Meepos in. We're just keeping them in their fountain right now. Like, we have so much control. We're just keeping them in their fountain. You can see I'm already 16-1 and 4 of 30 minutes. Like, they've only killed me once, and that was in the lane at top, I think. No, actually, that wasn't in the lane at top. That was around here when I got caught out when I went overextended. But I do pick up the boots of travel now. I keep the dreads until I need to sell them. My 6th item will be Scardy. Usually is. Sometimes I go Vero Blade. But yeah, Broker getting caught out here. Gonna poof in, gonna hex. Do a second net to the side while I'm killing the Invoke, because I see the Bane there. I have a net off cooldown. I'm not gonna focus on one guy, then switch to him. I'll net him as my next kill. Do pick him off easily. Shadow Shaman does try and go up and kill the Windrunner. He is gonna get it, but he's gonna pay with his life. Gonna put up some nets. Zero strike. He's dead. So he doesn't manage to pick up a kill. At this point, they just want to pick up kills. I don't blame him. Going to do a bit of redirecting here. You can see it's the same as redirecting the tower aggro. You go to deny a friendly hero, even if it's on full health, or a friendly unit. It will redirect the aggro to that unit. So I do a bit of that this game when we dive the fountain. Fountain diving, if you haven't read the latest patch notes, has become considerably harder. As you can see, it's on a ramp now. It's elevated. It's shielded. You can't get vision unless you're in the fountain. It's pretty difficult now to fountain dive, which is good, which is really good. We do a bit of fountain diving in this game though. Not really BM fountain diving, just fun. I don't think they got annoyed by it. We didn't do it for very long. I'm not the type of person to sit there for 20 minutes and just fountain camp someone. Because I can. That's BM. That's not good. Blinking Hex on this Phantom Lancer. He's going to get poofed up. Is he going to die though? The Doppelgang is good. The Doppelgang is really good. It helps him out. He does manage to... He gets pretty lucky on that. His main one guy gets in the fountain rather than outside it. And I'm going to start diving. I'm going to do some redirecting here. You can see doing the redirecting. Do manage to get 2 kills. Going to redirect that third Meepo. Are they going to pick him off though? I'm a bit overextended here. Another redirect. All my moves are pretty low because I've been redirected. Do blink out the first Meepo because fountain does not disable blink. So he's going to chuck out a few Phantom Lancer illusions. So you can see I'm diving the fountain. I'm not panicking about the damage I'm taking. I'm just redirecting it. Obviously my frames are tanking again for some reason. I don't know why, guys. Yeah, we basically got Megas now, which is huge. It's pretty much GG. Another net in. Gonna hoof up in some Meepos now. Deafening Blast does set me off. Ice Wall is gonna nerf me really hard here. I remember wow, my frames are tanking really hard. Yeah, Ice Wall is gonna nerf me really hard here. Holy god. Just gonna pause this up a second, guys. I really apologize for this frame drop. Gonna try and resume this now. Actually, it's still tanking my frames. Wow, 2 frames per second. I'm really sorry, guys. But as you can see here, just to dissect this, basically, guys, we've basically got megas, but the ice wall is such a monumental slow. Redirecting is going to be really, really, really difficult for me here. I think at this point I will probably drop for these kills. They're at the back of the fountain here, pretty much. So this is going to be rough for me. Just going to resume this up. Sorry about the frame rate drop, guys. I managed to fix it. I will cut out basically most of that. My editing skills aren't that great. But yeah, the ice wall does. I take a lot of damage from the Meepo. All my Meepos get low, so I can't realistically redirect her once on high health because they're all pretty low. I do manage to buy back, do a double net here. The Phantom Lancer Doppelganger was really nice. Does that, dodge that net. Arrow is not going to connect. One of my Meepos nightmared up. And I pretty much think this is GG now. The enemy Ancient is dying. Does do a defensive ice wall because he knows that nerfs my fountain diving potential. I'm going to try again. Black hole into it. One Meepo is caught out and I can't necessarily get him back quick enough to redirect. He's going to get out on really low health. Going to do a little bit of diving, but it does get picked off. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. It's not a spectacular game. Like I said, I haven't been having incredible games as Meepo. 22-3 and 6 I think is a pretty decent score. I think this game went pretty well. Frame rate is tanking again, but pretty much the game's over, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. This game was played yesterday, 6.82b. If you want to catch up on what changed in 6.82b, do watch my patch analysis, or someone else's. You don't have to watch mine, but I will link my patch analysis. It's in 2 parts, because it's a huge patch. Obviously, if you haven't played Dota in a while, you're going to notice that the map has changed a lot. And Phantom Lancer obviously has changed a lot, so thank you for watching, guys. Do look out for more replays. This was quite a short replay, but yeah, if you like this video, please like it. Do remember to subscribe because it really helps me out and encourages me to do more videos. Been struggling with motivation to make videos, got back into the swing of things lately, so please do subscribe and like and comment. Let me know what you think of this video. Obviously the frame rate at the end was horrible. I'm going to look for it fixed on that, but do give me some feedback because that really helps me improve my video quality. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time.